We got build your big three. Worst things to hear in a public restroom. Bill, you got any honorable mentions you want to throw in there?
Look at that thing and then laughing. Your disappointment.
You're disappointed.
Is that a tater tot?
I'm not a
sausage
huge,
links in the bathroom.
I'm not a huge fan of like hearing people take a dump either, like in general.
Well,
I
sure.
mean,
That's what you don't want to hear.
I don't think anybody's like, "Oh man, I really hope somebody else is taking it."
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
You walk in, kerplunk, yes.
someone,
That might be some.
Keep it going, bud.
you got this.
You got a strong
So-
hole.
Here we go.
Hey everyone, welcome to Wake Up with the Sleepy Boys podcast. Hello to all the sleepyheads.
Yeah. All you sleepy heads out there.
Time to wake up.
Oh, dozen of you.
Yeah. Welcome back. I am Bill, one
time.
of three hosts, along with the brothers Eddie and Dean. This week, we go over our weekends, as always. Draft our big three. Dean with his conspiracy theory of the week, and Bill's Balls Games. If you're a first-time listener, first-time watcher,
Don't
welcome. You're now awake.
Don't leave.
Please stay.
You'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah. Just give it a chance. Give it a chance.
Give it. It'll heat up. It'll spike.
the person
The
is
intro-
already switching off now
Yeah,
as
he's
we're
like, "Yeah,
tasking them to stay.
He's like, I hate the guy.
He's
who
like,
just
no,
did that
this
intro."
is that was. Well, listen to this. Wake up.
This guy just called us sleepyheads, and I hate this guy. That's okay. Hate watch me. But Eddie,
Yeah.
how's your week going? Anything interesting?
It's going good, man. Started another coaching gig this week. Doing a little 12U girls softball.
Big
It's,
time.
it's intense. It's intense. Okay.
time.
Not like camping, but it is intense. And so it's been fun. Oh, there it is. There it is. There was something I wanted to ask you guys. The first part of this question actually is rhetorical, but you guys do a lot of driving. I mean,
Yeah.
it's only like 6 to 7 hours a day, or probably more than that some days.
45, 50 hours a week. It's all good.
I mean, sometimes I'm sure you've wanted to lose your shit on somebody.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. I mean, you just get to that point where you just got to lose your shit on somebody. There was a road rage incident out in Pennsylvania. 44-year-old Christina Solometto out there in Pennsylvania. I'm going to say her name because she deserves her name to be said. It was just the other driver, not Christina, didn't report the incident. This was only noticed because the video was recorded by another car and they posted it on Instagram. It was just a regular road rage situation. One car cut off the other type of deal. It looks like very residential area from the video I saw. She gets out of her car. Christina gets out of her car. Okay. Starts walking towards the other car. The person in the other car quickly gets back in their car. She walks to the front of the other person's car, turns around, pulls her pants down, bends over, and projectile shits onto the hood of the car. If you've seen the video, it is like diarrhea poo. Just in an orange, at least in the video. I don't know. You never know with the colors, but it was very orangey, just shot right out into the hood. She walks back in her car and rolls out. Unbelievable. If you watch it, you're like, wow.
That's control. That's control right there.
I mean, honestly, if you could just walk up to the front of a car, like,
And just fire one out like that.
let it loose. I mean, you either have to be that worked up physically, or you're just holding it already. You're like, you know what? I know what to do with this.
That's probably what it was.
What caused the whole thing? Does it say?
It says it just it must. She was the car in front from the video that I saw. Again, it looked like from where the video was taken, it looked like maybe a 2-way or a 4-way stop in a residential neighborhood. But it says that it was just like one of the cars was cut off. I'm guessing, well, she was in front, so I don't know. Maybe she cut them off and they flipped her off.
Possible.
She got mad, or maybe thought they were going slow, like was getting pissed all the way up until she had to poo. But was getting mad and then got around them, and then things escalated. It doesn't really say.
I wonder if like she was like tailgating them, they were going too slow, and she actually had to take a dump, and so she passed them, and then they were stopped, and she just was like, you know what, these guys.
I mean, the car in the video was at least 10 feet behind her car from where they were stopped. All you get is the video of where they're stopped. She's getting out of the car, walks out, deuces on the hood, gets back in her car.
Had to be something. They had to have done something. There's no way, like, even if they were just going slow, I don't think that justifies stepping out and taking a shit on their hood. But
I'm not sure what could cause that.
I've been tempted to get out and shit on people.
The only question I had was, I was going to ask, has anything come up lately that would make you lose your shit on somebody in a road rage situation?
Every day. every day there is something that I
don't sleep.
I could go off on someone, but I don't, because obviously I'm at work. I don't really have a lot that happens when I'm not in my work truck, because the way I take home, it's not bad at all. But yeah. I had a couple things happen today, actually. I mean,
bowels are clean at this point.
Yeah. Don't look me up on the internet. No, just people that, there's one dude today that blatantly ran 2 red lights for no reason other than he was selfish. And it's just like, that didn't make me mad per se, but like, those are the things that happen daily, like people turning left in front of you when you're turning right. That has happened way more than I thought would ever happen to me. And people seem, the one time it happened to me, I looked at the person, I'm like, what are you doing? What happened?
No, 100%. It just slowly came down from the top. Go ahead.
And I forgot my
production. We're sorry.
Yeah.
Someone doesn't watching. We're sorry for the low production.
So what happened was, I looked at him and was like, what are you doing? And he looks at me and it's like, he goes, what are you doing? And of course the windows are up, so you can't just like have this conversation, but it's just like, I had the right of way. What I don't understand. Like, those are basic rules of the road.
100%. Yeah.
The turn signal thing doesn't really bother me. People speeding like 55 in a 30 really bother me. That happens a lot in the city, because it's just like, you don't know if I don't want to witness someone dying personally, but
My least favorite thing is there's a road off Lake Michigan up here in Grand Rapids, and they it's 35, and everybody's going like 55, like you said, but then there's a merge ramp, and it's like on a normal circumstance I would get over and let whoever's going to merge come in, but the times that I've let people in, they won't let me back in, even though I was nice enough, because technically I don't have to get over. You know what I mean? Like you have to merge to me, but if I get over, it's out of the kindness of my heart at that point, but they won't let you back in, and it's like, why am I even getting over to begin with?
Right. And to add on to that, the people who are behind you, that it happened today. It was a perfect example today. It got to what it happened, and I'm like, well, that saved you absolutely no time.
Right.
The dude comes out, passes me, gets in front of me, and then slows down.
Yeah.
And is going to get off at the next exit. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
That saved you no time.
Zero time.
Oh, those. Now I'm starting to recall my day today, and I'm getting upset. I'll be back. I got to use the bathroom.
Yeah. No, we've talked about it, and I say that too. It's like, why would you risk our lives for that? And that's always the thing that makes me mad.
I always say, like, this is what causes car accidents, is when people do stupid stuff like that. And it's like, and that's why there's backups and things. Sometimes it's a legitimate car accident. It wasn't, but a lot of the time it's just people just doing stuff like that where they just want to get around one car. So they'll like get in the left lane in between, like the smallest spot that they can get into. And then it bugs the crap out of me. It's like, you just couldn't have waited 1 minute.
Right.
But
one situation is kind of funny. Like they were jarred into a situation. Like there's a lot of construction at the Marshall exit right now, off of 69, and they were gonna like go into that far left lane off of the exit, but that's blocked off, and you have to go into the first lane. And so like they were about to try and go across and turn, and then they realized they couldn't. So like you could tell they panicked, like hit the brakes and like tried to turn real fast, and like all of a sudden the rear like wipers shot on. So I don't know. I was just watching. I'm like, they're like, oh, and then like all the wipers started going.
Yeah.
It's
like, dear Lord.
Kind of thing. I seen an old lady wreck 3 cars at the Kmart parking lot there when it was a Kmart, when she sneezed. This old lady backing out of a spot. I was watching her because I was waiting to pull out myself, and then all of a sudden I see her go, whew, and then she just her foot just slammed on the gas when she did it and just smoked 3 cars.
Did she stay or did she leave?
She stayed.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
She was quite old.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry, honey.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Well, well, thank you, Ed, for bringing up my terrible driving day. Dean, how was your week?
It was all right, I guess. I didn't really do anything because on Friday I had gotten a good start for work that morning, and I had a lot to do that day. So I was like, all right, get a little bit of an early start. I was in Sturgis earlier than I normally would be. And I get done with my first stop, and all of a sudden I get in my truck and I was like, and it was my back. My back started seizing up on me. I was like, no, this can't happen. I had a lot to do with a lot of heavy stuff that I had to like carry. And I was like, no, this can't be the rest of my day. And it turned out to be the rest of my day. And on Saturday, I was planning on maybe going golfing like I normally would. And I could barely bend over. I couldn't stretch. And I was like, that's probably not a good idea. So I didn't do anything. I just, I was stretching in different ways. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it looks
like Gumby.
I really didn't do anything else. So yeah, that was it.
Wow. Well, how's the back now? Feel better?
Yeah, it feels a lot better, but we'll see after
Feels stronger.
tomorrow.
Well, we'll make that back feel even better is when Eddie starts their build your big three. Eddie, take it away.
You got it, man. I mean, this week we got build your big three. Worst things to hear in a public restroom. For those who don't know, Build Your Big Three is a snake style draft where we draft up 1, 2, 3, then slither back down 3, 2, 1 until we build our big three. And again, this week we are building our big three worst things to hear in a public restroom. The order is Dean, myself, then Bill. Dean, round one, pick one. You're on the clock. I'm pretty sure he's going to say himself.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to hear in the bathroom is, I'm back. I'm here for something. No, I'm going to preface this with, I actually saw this one online. And I thought it was hilarious. But this guy was at Disney World and he was, or maybe not Disney, some sort of Disney vacation thing. And he went to go use the bathroom. And it was a small, like 1 stall, 1 urinal bathroom. And what he didn't notice was that the urinal was like almost completely, like it was broken. So like it was almost completely filled with piss. And after he was done taking a piss, he flushed it and forgot that it was, so it started overflowing. And instead of going towards the drain, it started going towards the guy in the stall. And he said, and he says, might want to lift up your feet. Taking a
So is that it?
That's going to be my number one. Because I'm going to go basic right now because I'm not a.
Might
want to lift up your feet. While you're
that would be terrible to hear.
You'd be like, what? And then just a pool of urine comes rolling.
Imagine sitting there and somebody's like, you might want to lift up your feet. You're like, what?
Exactly. I saw that. I was like, oh man, that would be so terrible.
Dude, it's awful.
Yeah. So might want to lift up your feet is my number one right now.
I've got my full gamut here with this pick, and I'm not sure where to go because there's so many things you don't want to hear in a public restroom.
That's true.
I'm gonna go with screams. Screams. You know, I mean, dude, you don't want to be in the bathroom and just somebody's just screaming bloody murder.
Like yelling or like poop screaming? Like, ah!
No, screaming. Yeah, just screaming, like terror screaming.
Oh, yeah, that would be horrible.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta wipe. I gotta get
You're in the. You're like, oh no!
Not me next, please.
Am I gonna have itchy red ass, or do I just wipe?
This is my nightmare.
Finish up?
This is my nightmare.
So yeah, I'm going screaming as the number 2 pick.
Very nice.
Wow. Third pick. There's so many things. And I just don't know which one to pick. I got 2 picks, so I'm gonna go with it kind of goes with yours, Dean, in a way, but urine hitting the floor when it's next to you.
Just like, oh. You ever get a little splashback?
Thank you.
I was getting hot. Need to cool off.
I wore sandals for a reason.
I wore sandals for a reason.
Keep it going. Oh no, that is terrible.
Yes. Yeah, that's not
I
great.
can't recall it happening much. I'm sure I know it has.
Oh, for sure it has.
I think the other one would be, I'm just trying to think of one's off the top of my head. It's a specific situation though. Like
It's
it feels
fine.
like one of those 1 toilet, 1 urinal bathrooms.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and you're just in there, and someone comes in and is like, "Hey, boy."
Hey boy probably works. I mean, honestly.
And they're like, I don't think he's talking to me.
I am a man.
I'm a man. You say, hey, man.
Hey man, why don't you get busy on this? Oh dang. I still have 8 other choices here. Man, it's so tough. I'm going between 2. I'm gonna go with something you don't want to hear. I guess moaning.
No, I want to
Like
hear
just
that.
just regular moaning. I mean, just
Maybe some splashing from the toilet bowl.
Okay, those examples were good. Yep, no, we're good.
You see, you don't want to hear it.
We're not even in the bathroom right now. But I was happy to hear
Things
it.
you don't want to hear your brothers do. Plus things you don't want to hear in the bathroom.
Oh man, a lot of good ones left, huh?
A lot of good options.
A
Left on the
lot
board.
of good ones left. I'm gonna go with a classic. I'm just gonna say real fire alarm. Like take a dump, and there's an actual fire in the building, so fire
Oh.
alarm.
Yeah, sure.
That'd be horrible.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, they go out with poop butt, or you'll finish up and die in the fire. And then my
That's a
other
good
one, my other one is gonna be somebody whispering, "Don't leave."
Who is so I'm imagining you're sitting in the stall and somebody's whispering over to you, "Don't leave."
Yeah, like through the stall, "Don't leave."
Through the glory hole.
And I'm like, huh? What? Speak into the hole. I'm going to speak into the hole.
Jeez.
Dang. I still have my other 7.
Yeah, it's nice.
I mean, that's how it goes.
I got my top 3. You know?
Gosh darn. I don't know. There's a lot of sorry. I should have felt good about my rankings, but I don't. I'll go with a good one. A good one, a normal a normal situation. When you're at the urinal mid pee and there's any jarring noise. And it makes you like,
Oh.
yeah, potentially pee on yourself. I don't even know how to write that down. A mid pee jarring noise.
A mid pee jarring noise.
Well, yeah, because I don't care if they're making a jarring noise when I'm washing my hands.
It's true.
Because I'm about to roll. But if I'm mid pee and all of a sudden it's like, you're like, oh,
Hey.
and then you got piss all over yourself. That's something I definitely. That's one of the worst things because you don't want to walk out. Everybody knows you just left the bathroom and you got pee all over yourself. So.
Oh yeah. I pissed on myself before.
Me too.
I did it when I was drunk. I thought I was.
Oh,
I pissed on my coat. It was hanging over. My dick's so little. No, I did. I was so drunk I didn't notice. I was just peeing.
It's a trench coat.
I was peeing on this very long coat. It was hanging below my knees. The coat was. That says anything.
Am I up?
That's
Yeah. Last pick.
Okay. Pretty simple. Want to hold it?
You want to hold it? Sure. Hey, excellent big threes, you guys. Bill, you'll get your first shot at the honorable mentions. I'm going to go through our big threes first. I'm going to start with Dean's because he had the first pick. Pick number 1, might want to lift up your feet. in a certain situation. Fire alarm and don't leave in a whisper coming next to you. My big three was screaming, moaning, and a mid pee jarring noise.
You just don't want any sounds while you're.
Moaning and screaming, I think, can be.
I need a little bit of a moan and a little bit of a scream to be comfortable.
You're knocking on the stall next to. Hey, how about a moan?
I'm gonna moan or something.
What are you,
Man.
silent spitter?
I need you to make some noise.
Yeah. Bill's big three was urine hitting the floor when it's next to you. Hey boy, and want to hold it. Bill, you got any honorable mentions you want to throw in there?
Not really. Look at that thing and then laughing. Your disappointment.
You're disappointed.
Is that a tater tot?
I'm not a
sausage
huge,
links in the bathroom.
I'm not a huge fan of like hearing people take a dump either, like in general.
Well,
I
sure.
mean,
That's what you don't want to hear.
I don't think anybody's like, oh man, I really hope somebody else is taking it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
You walk in, kerplunk, yes.
someone,
That might be some.
Keep it going, bud.
you got this.
You got a strong
So.
hole.
Dean,
Is
you
that a
got any?
windsock?
I just have one, and it's and the lights go out.
Oh no.
Oh! Then your screams start happening that you don't like. So
I'll throw in a couple. I mean, another one that's kind of like my first two, just like some weird giggling would be upsetting to hear. I feel like somebody's just doing like a weird giggle in the stall next to you. Yeah, not sure I like this. The mid wipe, not even mid wipe, but just mid go auto flush. You know, you're gonna get some of that, maybe some of that spray. If you hear, I don't know, I hate that. I'm like, oh no, like you're gonna get that couple splotches of water from down there. And you're like, I hope
Clean
that's
you
just the water. Yeah.
clean you up.
Sobbing would not be ideal
Nah, I'm all right with it.
in the restroom.
You can cry in the bathroom if you want. That
Here,
doesn't
put
affect
some on
me.
my hands. Aggressive knocking on your door while you're in there.
Definitely.
So I don't
That
know.
happened to me. That happened to me yesterday.
It happens.
And it was a one stall. It was like a one bathroom, a single bathroom.
Hey!
You can hear and like,
There's a line out here. We're forming a crowd.
I could hear the
Want to
people-
hold it?
I could hear the people talking, and
man.
I'm just like, oh god!
People.
And then they grab the handle, you know, to say anxiety.
Oh, the
and-
jiggly handle's a good one for
Yeah.
a single bathroom.
The
Yeah, and then,
occupied. Occupado.
Occupado.
Ocupado.
Like, it's okay. The four of us will wait.
No skip.
No.
We've only been waiting for 25 minutes. What are you doing?
Are you
You're just
okay?
laughing watching Instagram reels. Oh, I guess I could finish.
I guess I'll wipe.
Isn't it dry by now, guy?
I go so
They
fast
sell
to come out
clothes
looking
going
like I
out
ran a
there.
marathon.
Yeah. The change
Well.
is real.
Great big three.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Before we get into Dean's conspiracy theory of the week, I wanted to bring up this thing I saw online, and it was funny because it was supposed to be a joke. So I don't know if you've seen the guy, he's like a redhead, and he like moans weird, and he's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he's like,
He's-
put
Always
it in.
does
Yeah.
sound like he wants
Oh.
another guy or something.
I have a tornado warning.
It's be crazy for the pod, huh? You just get taken out by a tornado.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Neither one of us are gonna edit. So it's over.
Oh, that's true. Well, this one won't even go up.
It wouldn't even go on.
I'm
Yeah,
not
get
sure what
this
to do,
done.
guys.
Shot.
Real quick. So he there was
Make
this
it real
have you seen Turkish oil wrestling?
Yeah,
I just saw something about that.
I did.
today.
Too. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, he's like, Daddy wants to do a little oil wrestling.
Yeah.
Have you? So you guys have seen it? So
Yes.
these
I'm
dudes,
a pretty
like,
big
if you,
spectator, yes.
I place a few bets on
so if you're
Turkish
watching or
olive
listening,
oil wrestling.
olive oil wrestling
Big
is
fan, big fan.
these dudes that just wear these like leather, I guess, short.
Is it outside your window right now?
I don't
hear
know.
a
I
tornado
don't know what's
coming?
going on. Leather shorts, and like there's like I don't know if it's like a rope or belt, but they don't wear anything underneath. And so like there's a penalty if you fondle the genitalia, but like these dudes have to like reach in the shorts to get a
some ass.
grip. Like,
Get a grip of some ass.
and I
Yeah.
thought like maybe there was like a handle or something in there, but no, it's like the inner leg. I'm like,
I guess.
I mean,
I'm like, what am I
you could
watching
make
here?
it a handle if you want.
So yeah. All right. So yeah.
Well,
it's-
if you see it, like some of those guys pour it down into their
I'm
pants.
sure
Yeah.
they do.
yeah, they everywhere.
I mean, I do that at home on my own time. If I don't have any olive oil, I use
Usually
Pam or
just-
something.
I'm usually just oiled up on my couch pretty often. In case of a home
So-
invasion.
Just my front side is oiled. My naked backside is just on the couch.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let Dean do his conspiracy theory, and I'm going to
Go outside and see if you can
I
wrangle that tornado.
I just got another alert. So I'm gonna leave this going, and I'll be back. So let's get into Dean's conspiracy theory of the week.
We hope he'll be back.
Right? Would that be freaky if you were in the bathroom? Anyway.
Yes.
Anyway. So I went with another like a dream theory. It kind of plays into like a simulation theory a little bit. It's called the dream trap theory. But I mean, I wouldn't want to be trapped in the only dream I want to be trapped in is the dream of getting on secondhandbirdies.com, the official sponsor of the Wake Up Podcast,
Yes, sir.
handling all your golf club needs without breaking the bank. They are a family-owned business who specializes in taking any and all golf gear and clubs and refurbishing them back to their old glory, while also including club head covers and possibly a bag or two if you're looking at the right time, which are marked on the site with quality club rating from 1 to 5, 5 being almost brand new to 1 being nothing special but will get the job done. This ensures an easy and pleasant shopping experience, knowing exactly what you are going to get, while also providing great customer service and also a quick delivery, so you can get to swinging as soon as possible. They also offer golf club cleaning services for those of us that don't have the time to do it, or like myself, are just too lazy to do it. And with the Wake Up Podcast promo, you will get 10% off all purchases for using the promo code Wake Up Podcast in all lowercase letters. All clubs are already at a discounted price, but if you subscribe to their email newsletter, you'll get a 15% off your very first purchase. And on top of that, if you use the Wake Up podcast promo code, you will receive 10% off all purchases after the initial first purchase, which makes an already great deal even better. Even inventory moves fast, so don't wait too long. Get to secondhandbirdies.com, subscribe to the email newsletter, get your 15% off your first purchase, get your 10% off every purchase after that using the code Wake Up Podcast, and get to swinging as soon as possible. Find quality clubs for less. Go to secondhandbirdies.com. So, like I said, I've been into the whole dream thing. This one's kind of long, so I guess however long it takes Bill to get out of the tornado, I guess we'll see what happens. If his whole thing just cuts off, then we know something crazy just happened. So, like I said, this is the dream trap theory. It's a fascinating and unsettling conspiracy theory that suggests our entire existence, including both waking life, which is what we would assume is reality, and dreams, is part of a constructed illusion or simulation designed to keep us unaware of the true nature of reality. According to this theory, dreams are not merely personal subconscious experiences, but part of a larger artificially created system meant to trap us in an endless cycle of distraction, illusion, and disorientation. So it goes in, so it's obviously heavily influenced by simulation theory, which I don't know how to pronounce this word, but posits that reality is an artificial construct created by advanced technology or otherworldly forces. In this view, what we perceive as reality, including our own physical world, is not the true reality, but a simulation that has been designed to keep us distracted and prevent us from discovering the truth. Dreams in this theory are another layer of the simulation, and they are not random or meaningless, but deliberately crafted experiences meant to further entrench us in the illusion of reality. So the central idea behind the dream trap theory is that dreams are not just random thoughts or subconscious reflections, but purposeful constructs designed to distract us from the truth. This could be compared to like virtual reality, the idea that just as in like a video game, we are a simulated environment that shapes our actions and experiences, keeping us from questioning the nature of the world we live in. I'm going to skip some of this stuff, though. I'm not going to lie to you. So essentially, it's saying that we're in a simulation theory where when we're awake, it's our waking life, right? And the dreams are what we can do to try to like escape the reality, almost like the Matrix in a sense. So I actually saw this thing. It was called Project Egress. It was a top secret Cold War era experiment conducted by a coalition of US and Soviet scientists who discovered a common pattern in dreams. So like portals, windows, or exit doors that appear briefly before waking up. Subjects who reached these exits and passed through reported a sensation of waking up into another life, but they never come back. Their bodies remained in coma. So this was all like during like sleep studies and stuff like that. The program titled Egress Recovery allegedly monitored comatose subjects who spoke fluent unknown languages while unconscious. So one subject recorded in 1973 said just one phrase before flatlining, and he said, "I almost made it out." And then people who die in their sleep under mysterious circumstances often had histories of frequent like lucid dreams and expressing growing fear of going too far like the night before. So there is like some sort of like, I mean, obviously I don't know if this is all just theory or if it actually is or actually things that actually happened. But I thought it was pretty crazy that, you know, like a lot of people think, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but some people think that the dream world is the only way to escape, well, you know, escape the simulation, right? And then once you escape it, then that's when like people like die in their sleep, like people who lucid dream like a lot, have the ability, they're the most likely to be able to escape this reality and move on to another life, essentially. And I was like, it's pretty interesting, especially with all the stuff all the stuff I've been talking about with dreams and things lately. I just thought it was interesting that it could be tied into like simulation and how like, what if like, and maybe that's why we don't remember, is like it gets erased essentially from our memory that we have that possibility of even getting out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's hard to say, dude. I don't know. There were a couple times I was able to actively lucid dream.
Mhm.
And that was based on the sleep paralysis I was having a lot of.
Yeah.
Because of just the researching, they're like, it's an easy way to get into doing that. And so like that it's different,
Yeah. I tried to like, started like watching videos of like how to like start lucid dreaming, because I thought that'd be really cool to be able to like just kind of control what's going on. But at the same time, I actually saw that people who lucid dream are more likely to have sleep paralysis, like what you had, where like you wake up and you can't move, and like there could be like a ghostly figure or something that's frightening, obviously, because that's just what sleep paralysis is, which is a scary thought. So I stopped. I was like, I don't want that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you had to turn the sleep paralysis into a lucid dream. So like you have to go through a whole thought process, and it only happened twice where that I can remember that it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it was bizarre, but addicting. Like if you could do it all the time, you would
For
do
sure.
it.
100%.
Yeah. I mean,
Why
the
wouldn't
things you would do.
Just the
I get
same
worried
things I'm
about-
doing. I'm just doing this. Just there's more time for me to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, once I found out what was happening, because the worst part of it was I didn't know what that was for a
Right.
long time.
Yeah.
And then I found out, and then I kept, kept researching, Googling, whatever, trying to figure out like what can you do about it and all that stuff. And then I fell into this thing where they were talking about lucid dreaming. So it's like you have to, which was the big thing of helping me get past the scariness of it, was recognizing as soon as you can that that's what's happening.
Right.
And so,
Which is
but
tough to
usually,
do, right?
yeah, well, eventually it wasn't.
Well, if it happens,
Because
all the
like
time.
I'm like, okay, I know what this is. I know what this is. I know what this is. So I would like the couple times where, I mean, you have to notice it happening, stop it, but also stay asleep. Because usually once I noticed I was having sleep paralysis, you'd wake up,
Mm.
or at least for me. So
Then
like I
you're
would
kinda
snap
stuck.
out of it.
Oh,
I would just snap out of it. And so, it's like you got to try and stay locked in, and then like was able to just do anything.
That's pretty sweet. Other than the first part where you have to get through.
Yeah, you have to get through the incredibly frightening situation. It was
Hey, fellas.
like I'm serious. It was addicting.
Hey, I've been listening. We're getting some really bad weather here, so I've got to.
No Bills balls games.
It's looking pretty bad. They're saying in Grand Haven right now is 80 to 90-mile-an-hour winds, and moving up towards where my house.
But think about it, if you can get a little like house shaking,
Get a little fun in
situation in there. I mean, just so like people will be like, "Oh man, this guy."
Yeah, I mean,
this week's game is olive oil wrestling.
yeah. Yeah.
I just start dumping oil. Some dude walks over.
Dude, oh my gosh. You kidding me?
Just take my shirt off.
Just pulling on his butt cheeks. You guys aren't even wrestling. You're just pulling on each other's butt cheeks.
We're just rolling around. Just grab ass, you know.
Literally. I'm trying to get a grip. Get a grip.
So, I'm gonna have to, Eddie. You're gonna have to close this one out. And
Somebody's getting.
if you guys want to do a game, you can.
No, let's just.
Yeah, I mean, why don't you just sign us off right now? I don't have one off the top of my head.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry everyone for not having Bills Balls game this week. Looking to maybe save a life here today. So,
Selfish.
thank you. Excellent conspiracy theory, Dean. And it was lucid dreams, right? I have lucid dreams all the time.
Sure.
So
It was a dream theory. Jerk. Simulations.
You're always going to be in the simulation.
always.
He's never waking up.
Nope. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching this week's episode. Sorry to cut it short this week.
Be the last one.
I hope not. If
I'm going to sleep through it. So
hopefully you like this week's episode. If you do, like and subscribe. Underneath Eddie would be last week's episode where we did Big 3 N64 draft. And on Dean's abdomen, point down, Dean.
Oh.
There's a subscribe button. There we go. And
That was the creepiest point down I've ever seen.
yeah, it is. I like it. All right, guys. You guys have a good week. Everyone else have a great week. Hopefully I'll see you next week. And that's it for this week's episode of Wake Up with the Sleeper Boys podcast.
Here we go.